Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back, and we are doing a best of 3 Brothers War draft here, and Underground River was not the rare I was expecting to see, but let's look at the uncommons here. We've got Spotter, Thopter, Ichor Wellspring, which works well with the sack synergies in black, Suchi Caveguard. I did play it, I liked it. Prison Sentence, you get to scry 2, deals with anything. Not so good against the sack deck. Disfigure's a lot cheaper. And then there's Unleash Shell. We have Third Path Savant, which is a card I like quite a bit. Symmetry Matrix. I think we're taking one of the removal spells. I just can't decide if I'd prefer the Prison Sentence, the Disfigure, or the Unleash Shell. I'm just going to go for the cheapest one, though this very easily may not be the best one. But 1 mana is pretty nice, and I don't know, I kind of like it. And like I said, against the sack decks, I think the Prison Sentence might be a little bit worse. Well, Meticulous Excavation I did play against, and I was kind of impressed with. You can do some cool build-arounds with Enter the Battlefield draw cards. Another dual land rare. Skyfisher Spider. I did see this card before. I kind of like it. Comes in, sack something, destroy something, and then when it dies, gain life. I don't know. That's pretty good. That might even be better than taking a Disfigure here. Refinery. It's a little bit too much. Like, it wants to be in the same deck as the sack deck, but it's only non-token artifacts you control. It's too much. Too much for not enough payoff, in my opinion. I think I'll take the Spider here. I like this card. This effect seems really good to me. So we'll take that. Alright, so Lauren, Disciple of History. 4 mana, 3/3. When it or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, return target artifact card from your graveyard to the hand. It's pretty good, actually. The Caress was better than I gave it credit for. You know, getting information out of your opponent's hand is pretty valuable. This Evangel of Synthesis is quite good, I think. You get to loot when it comes in. It's a 2/3 for 2. And then every time you draw, you know, you get extra cards during your turn. This thing becomes a 3/3 menace. It's pretty good for a 2-costing card. But there is Epic Confrontation, which I could take it, and it lets us sail a bit closer to Skyfish or Spider. And is a pretty decent fight spell, I think. Not amazing, but certainly playable. Buffs your dude up. Kill something. Shoot down's playable too. I think I'll take the Confrontation. I'll agree with the auto pick on that one. Let's see what this green card does. 2 mana, 1/2. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. That's a sweet card. I like that. We have the Altar, which we could play in this deck. Helps with the sack synergy. Yeah, that's pretty good. Steelseeker's upside is pretty significant, I think. Granted, we don't currently have any artifacts, but this is an artifact format. I imagine we're going to get some. And then just getting free lands in your hand, or possibly, you know, sort of surveilling, is good for a 2-coster. I'm going to take it over Disfigure, because I think effects like this, especially these kind of green cards in Limited, tend to be really strong. The ones that give you a bunch of card advantage. A couple other good green cards here with Opportunist and Pallbearer. Clay Revenant wants to be in the sack deck. I mean, I feel like we're wanting to be a sack deck. We'll see if that happens. Unwinding Clock, don't really need that. Research Desk, played against it. Thought it was okay. Shoot Down, I could take here. This deals with a lot of things, especially in this format. It is kind of clunky, though, but Artifact Enchantment or Creature with Flying is a really nice spread of things. There's Warplow, which would be our first artifact, or another chance to get the Caress. I'll take the Shoot Down for now. I think it's nice to have at least one of these. All right, so now we have Trench Stalker. I'm just looking at Symmetry Matrix. Oh, that's kind of cool. The Prowler I may take. It's another card where creatures in your graveyard matter. Or a 2-mana 3/1. I mean, this is nice. You can potentially get value out of this too. Get a body that you can sack plus a land. That's pretty good. Combat Courier is not bad, but if we can't unearth it, it's quite a bit less good. It is an artifact, however. I'll take the Prowler. Okay. Thran Vigil. I don't think we need that. Another chance to get the Altar. It's not bad, especially since we already have like Prowler that we can sack. It's an artifact. Kind of rampy, although the ramp is less good. It is a little bit clunky. I may just want the Acrobat. This is also a sack card, but can just fly over top of your opponent's stuff. Yeah, let's take that. So we could take the Mine Worker, which is perfectly playable, but I'm looking at either Giant Growth, Carrion Locust, I think, instead. If we don't end up in an artifact build, it's not that big of a deal. Steel Seeker just won't make the deck, but I mean, Giant Growth is very good. It's a 1-mana trick that can also, you know, randomly deal 3 extra damage to your opponent. Or I think the Locust is good too. Flyer, it's relevant, but I'm going to take Giant Growth. I really like Giant Growth. I think it is good. I mean, I know it's good. I just don't know how good. So, I mean, I feel like we want to be the sack deck. So Infiltrator might be the pick. This pack has all of the sack stuff in it. The Wellspring, the Infiltrator, and the Revenant. Wellspring we're least likely to see again, and it would be our first artifact. But Infiltrator seems like one of the best reasons to be in this deck. I mean, you just want to play a cheap thing that's going to get huge, I think. Okay, Dredging Claw. We don't have ways to get creatures back from our graveyard yet that I'm seeing. So it does give Menace too, though. But I could take another Prowler, or I can just take the Retrieval Unit. I think I'll take Retrieval Unit over the second. Actually, I'll take the second Prowler. This is a Creatures in Graveyard Matters archetype as well. So I guess some self-mill would be good. You can take the Power Plant Worker, or unless I want to splash a Evangel of Synthesis. I don't think I do. Get the first artifact here, and who knows, maybe we'll end up getting the other ones. It's a late Disfigure. Another chance to get the Altar. I mean, we have 2 Prowlers now, good sack outlets. Plus, it's good synergy with Infiltrator. And it's an artifact for that. It's tough to go wrong with Disfigure, though. Disfigure being 1 mana removal is quite good. I think we'll find some other ways to sack that are probably better. I'll take the Caress. Could make the deck. It's better than I gave it credit for. Don't really need either of these. And last pick, playable card. Not good, but playable. Hercule. So we played that before. It's not bad. Mishra. Hasty. Bushwhack, probably the card we want. This card is very good. Yoshin Tactician is very good too. We have Emergency Weld, which is just what the doctor ordered for this card. I'd really like to wheel that. No, not holding my breath that's going to happen, but I would like to. But Bushwhack is fantastic. Now we just need, you know, actual good bodies to fight with. Working on it. We'll get there. Yeah, Emergency Weld is just a fantastic card, but Bushwhack is like the best of 2 worlds. You can keep worse hands that don't have lands, because if you can play Bushwhack, you just find a land. Or it's also a fight card. I mean, those are 2 really, really convenient. Removal or find land is just really good. I think we'll probably just take another one. Hopefully get like, wait, what's this do? 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Wow, that's pretty good. A little board wipe. And you can kind of choose. It's a good card. I think we're probably far enough down the black and green path, though, where I don't really want to diverge here. But I'll take a second Bushwhack and hope, I guess, hope we find some more fatties along the way. Because we're going to need, with 3 fight cards, we're going to need some beef to fight with. Or those fight cards are not going to do that much. Right now we've got a Power Plant Worker and a Skyfisher Spider is the only 2 cards I really would care to fight with. So we're going to have to do better than that. Fateful Handoff. So this is kind of cool, actually. But I don't really have anything I want to do it with. No One Left Behind is kind of cool, too. Because you can res. There's Rust Goliath, though, which is on color and is an artifact and has prototype and can be a reach trample. 5 mana, 3/5 reach trample is not that amazing, but the reach is nice. I mean, we don't have anything 3 mana or less that's super amazing to res with. How many creatures do we have? 7. I think we want a creature here as much as I want the giant growth. So Fateful Handoff is kind of cool if you prototype a Rust Goliath. Does it change the cost too? I don't know. All right. Cradle Clear Cutter. So it's okay. 3 mana 1/3 that ramps, or 6 mana 3/6 that ramps for 3. They're both okay. Could take the Pallbearer. Burnished Heart is pretty good. It's a sack outlet, so it synergizes with Infiltrator. It ramps. I mean, Skullflayer definitely wants to be in this deck too. We have 2 ways to self-mill. And cards in our grave, we're sending creatures to our graveyard. This thing progressively gets bigger. It is pretty good. I think I'm going to take it. Oh, Pallbearer would be good too. What's the Anointer do? So whenever you draw your second card, we're not going to be able to do that too easily, but it's cool. It's a good card and it's got flying, but I don't think synergistically it's what we're looking for. Probably take another Infiltrator and hope to find some more sack outlets along the way. Currently we have the Spider. Let me think of all the sack outlets we have. I don't think we want to play Moment of Defiance. We've got Acrobat, Spider. Is that it? Well, hopefully we find some more. So Power Stone Fracture is a good one. This is a card that wants you to sack. You can destroy things and pump our Infiltrators. Yep, all around basically just what the doctor ordered here. Wow, that card's good. Recruitment Officer's good. Sigil Valor seems playable, although we're sacking stuff, so we probably don't need it as much. Trench Stalker is more for drawing multiple cards a turn decks. And we still don't have a way to res yet. Hopefully we find that at some point. 6 mana at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 2. Whenever you choose to put 1 or more cards on the bottom of your library while scrying, exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. Oh, and then you can... Oh, that's kind of cool. I haven't seen that one before. Well, we can take another Acrobat here, because we still are on the hunt for some creatures. And Acrobat synergizes with Infiltrator. You don't have to sack in order to attack with it. It's just randomly you can, and this gains flying, which is nice. So we want more... We definitely want some more things to sack. Still working on that. Levitating Statue. We don't really have that many non-creature spells, do we? I guess we have 9. That's not bad, actually. And this has flying. Probably don't need another Caress, although the Caress does synergize with Steel Seeker. I'll take the statue just in case. It's also an artifact. Emergency Well. There we go. Good pickup here. Really, really excellent pickup. Exactly what we want. Bring something back from our graveyard to our hand. We're self-milling so we can get stuff back. Makes a 1/1, so we have all these sack outlets. Yeah. Emergency Wells. We could play like 3 of these and be happy, I would think. Okay, we can take the Locust. Not a bad card at all. Has evasion. I don't know if we're, at this point, some sort of, are we beat down or what are we doing here? Giant Growth number 2, I'm going to take. We could still have a chance to res, but you pay 2 mana to res a smaller thing. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That might have been. All right, well, Pallbearer is a good one to get. Should have a lot of... I mean, it's exactly what our deck is doing, so it kind of makes sense to pick here. Thraxodemon is good. It's another sack outlet. It's a clunky one, but it's a sack outlet. All right. Well, a lot of good things in here. Dragon Engine. 3 mana, 2/2 double strike. When it enters from your graveyard, you may discard your hand if you do draw 3. So, I mean, it's a 3 mana, 2/2 double strike. That's an artifact. That's pretty good. Otherwise, we have Boulder Branch Golem, which is fine. Another Prowler, which we probably wheel. Tower Worker, which I would definitely play. Blanchwood Armor. I don't think we'd play that one, but it's cool. All right, let's take the Dragon Engine. 3 mana, 2/2 double strike with 2 giant growths in deck seems pretty good to me. And Epic Confrontation. All right, Transmogrant is actually a good card. I like this, especially since we can self-mill it. Obstinate Baloth is pretty good. This used to be a rare. 4 mana, 4/4 gain 4. I mean, that alone is pretty good. We have Clear Cutter again. Another Emergency Weld. We did wheel the last one. That's not bad. A lot of good picks for us here. I might just take the 4/4. I like... Oh, this is a rare too. I mean, the fact that you can get it back and we have self-mill, and it's a good sack outlet. All right. Tough taking that over a Baloth, especially since we have all these fight spells, but I guess if I have to fight with a Transmogrant, it's not as bad because you can get it back. What's the Puppeteer do? 4 mana, 4/3. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 2 life. When it dies... Oh, well, that's it. Even if we're not... I mean, I don't think we have a lot of ways to draw in here, unfortunately. But, well, we have some. Thraxodemon. Maybe there's one other one, but Puppeteer, that second ability is fantastic. Just die and get something back. That's great. Guy's Gift is good. Overwhelming Remorse is good removal, but I'd rather get the built-in value 4-drop rare. That's pretty awesome. Another Disfigure, Hoarding Recluse, Reach Death Touch is good. What's our creature count looking at? 17. All right, I'm going to take another Disfigure, I think. 3 Disfigures is a lot. There's certainly going to be decks we play against that it isn't good against, but the nice thing is it's at least a combat trick. Like if you attack with a 4/4 and they block with a 5/5, you disfigure it and you end up pretty good there. So we'll do it. Frontliner, we can't unearth it. Unearth is really what this archetype kind of wants to. We're already self-milling a lot. I could take Gaia's Gift. I do like this card. I don't really just want to play an Ornithopter as a sack outlet. Gaia's Gift is good, though. It's nice to have that effect, I think. Perimeter Patrol. We don't have a lot of artifacts, but, I mean, Recluse makes sense. We can get something back if we've self-milled too much. And Reach Death Touch is a good combination, so I think it kind of wants to be in this deck, maybe. And you can do it against your opponent's graveyard stuff too. Get rid of their Unearth card, at least temporarily. Clay Revenant, great sack outlet, but we might just take the Remorse here. I mean, Revenant really synergizes well in this deck, but I guess we have enough removal. Maybe we don't. God, Remorse is so good for this deck though, but so is Revenant. All right, I'm going to take the Revenant just for the synergy because it's like an infinite sack outlet, which I really think is good. I kind of just want one. I took it over an excellent removal spell, though. All right. Mill 4 when it dies. We can maybe now take the No One Left Behind because we have a lot of stuff we can res with it. I don't think we'll have space for it, but... All right, we can take the Tower Worker as like a... We don't have the Mine Worker, though, so I don't think it's going to pan out. We could take the Talisman, actually. Talisman's pretty good. It doesn't have reach like the Assembly Worker. But gaining a life each turn is kind of nice, actually. And we have enough stuff to ramp into, probably. To be honest, I probably don't have space for it. Got that second Emergency Weld. That's really nice. Supply Drop is good. I think I'll just take it. Second Pallbearer. Oh, okay. Well, synergistically speaking, I like what we're doing. I think the plan came together reasonably well here. We have a lot of cuts to make, but It's a fine problem to have. I don't know if we have enough artifacts for the Steel Seeker plan, but we'll take a look. I kind of doubt it, but it's not really that big of a deal if we do it or not. Whoops. All right. Yeah, because our artifact count is what? 8? And we're going to end up cutting some artifacts, I believe. Which makes me think we just get off the Steel Seeker plan. Although, yeah, because these are... these bring in artifacts too. That's true. So really it's like 10. Is there anything else that brings in artifacts? Yeah, 11. Well, it's pretty good. 11 ways to bring in artifacts. But do I really want to play a power plant worker? Not especially. I mean, it's playable. It's just not terribly exciting. But we don't have many 5-drops. I could cut the No One Left Behind. It's nice with the self-mill, though. But we have 2 emergency wells. That kind of does the same thing. We're certainly going to have to figure out some cuts here. Maybe we get off the Guy's Gift. As much as I like it, I think we have to... We'll cut the statue. I'm thinking we might get off the Steel Seeker plan, but maybe not. I might still end up with enough where it's good. Let's get rid of No One Left Behind. As much as I like it, I'd rather do the emergency welds for this deck. I think we'll get rid of the Talisman, even though ramping is nice and it's an artifact. We don't have that many artifact synergies, so we probably don't need to. Can cut 5 creatures. What are the weakest creatures in the deck? The Prowlers are, I feel like, kind of important. The weakest creatures are probably Power Plant Worker. I mean, Ruscalliot's nothing to write home about. I'm really not going to get 10 mana very often. And then do I want to pay 5 mana for a 3/5 Reach Trample? Reach is nice. I just don't know if this is like something terribly exciting. We actually look like we can be pretty aggressive with 2 Infiltrators, a bunch of sack outlets, 3 Disfigures. You know, with 2 Bushwhacks, you could probably run 16 lands too. Pretty comfortably, I would think. So we do have some ramp. Still like the Skull Flare. Could cut the Recluse. It's not really a beatdown card. Slightly lowers our curve a little bit. Might get off the Steel Seeker at that point, because then I can cut stuff like Supply Drop. I mean, I can cut Supply Drop anyway, but... I like Recluse. It's a little more of a defensive card. Where's our creature count at now? 16. All right. So we're going to have to cut some non-creature stuff as well, obviously, because we have like just tons of stuff. Might cut the Guy's Gift. I actually really like this card. But I think I'd rather have Giant Growth or Disfigure. Actually, maybe a decent argument to run a Guy's Gift over 1 Disfigure. I'm really thinking 16 lands is probably okay with 2 Bushwhacks. Because this is almost like having 18 lands in the deck. Almost. Not exactly. Because you need the green in order to even cast it in the first place. But our curve's not terrible either. It's pretty low curve other than the Pallbearers, which you kind of want to play late anyway, I would think. So if I cut another creature, it's probably... No, Thraxodeme is a 2-drop and it's got the sack outlet, so I like that too much. Oh, the Prowler finds lands too. That's nice. Because you get it in your hand, right? Yeah, that's nice. I'm thinking Locust or Skull Flare, and synergistically, I guess the Skull Flare makes more sense, but having Evasion might actually make more sense. I guess we have the Acrobats, which are evasive too. I think I might cut Shoot Down. I don't want to, but I have to cut non-creature cards here, and I'm definitely keeping Emergency Welds. So last creature cut, I think it's either Locust or Skull Flare. And like I said, Skull Flare, I guess, keeps getting bigger, but it is pretty slow. Whereas Locust flies and makes them lose 1 life. If I'm really trying to be aggressively beat down, Locust might make more sense just to get more flyers out. So, as much as I don't love it, I think we're doing that. I think we'll cut the Shoot Down. So we have 3 non-creature cards left to cut. We have 2 Bushwhacks, 2 Disfigures, 2 Giant Growths, Guy's Gift. Geez, Power Stone Fracture. I mean, Emergency Welds. All right, we can cut the Caress. There we go. That's an easy one. Could cut the Confrontation. We don't have incredible bodies to fight with anyway. That's true. All right, we'll cut the Confrontation. And then I only have to cut 1 more, and it should probably be a non-creature. If I'm trying to be beat down, then it should probably be non-creature, I think. So we're never going to be able to unearth this, I think. That's still fine. 3 mana, 2/2 double strike is good, especially with Giant Growths and Guy's Gift. Bushwhack. Well, not good with Bushwhack, but good with the Giant Growths and the Guy's Gift. And Pallbearer, actually, is pretty good with it, too. So last cut. Technically, it could be a creature. I just don't know if that's the best idea. Like I said, if I'm trying to beat down, I don't know if that's the best idea. But I don't really want to cut any of my non-creature things. So I could cut the Locust, go to 14 creatures. Not be thrilled about it, but possibly accept it. All right. Weird build. I don't quite know how good it's going to be yet, but I suppose we're going to find out. All right. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right. Got a good keep here. Prowler into Acrobat. Got the Weld, which could be set up with the Prowler as well. Ooh, Infiltrator is a good one too. Let's do the... Yeah, which one do I want to do first? I guess the Infiltrator's got more power. I don't necessarily need to land from Prowler just yet. Alright. So opponent can give themselves... Pro everything. Let's do Prowler, see if we hit a land. Forest should be good. Alright, hit the Forest. Got a Dragon Engine in there too. We'll put the land in hand. We'll play the land they see. Attack for 2. So we can Emergency Weld back Engine too, which is nice. Alright, we can get back the Infiltrator. That's also good. No huge rush on that. I think I'll just play the Acrobat. I can do the Emergency Weld now and get back the Dragon Engine, maybe? Makes the best use of mana. Or, I mean, best use of mana is Emergency Weld, get back Infiltrator, and play it. Just pretty good. Leaves no creatures in our yard for Pallbearer, though. Alright, I'll just play the Acrobat. Bit of an odd choice to do that main phase. So I can attack with Acrobat and trade it for their 2 creatures. Makes my Pallbearer even better, I think, ultimately. Let's just get in with the Acrobat. We don't have to sack. Alright. So I think I'm pretty sure I want to do Weld and get back my Double Striker. But like I said, it makes Pallbearer weaker, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to get the Double Strike going. With all the pumps that we have, which I guess we just have, what, 3 pumps? 2 Giant Growths and a Guy's Gift. And the 2 Pallbearers. It's not bad. It's probably enough pumps to feel okay about it. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. You may choose an artifact or creature card with mana value 1. You discard it this way, then do the same for artifact or creature cards with mana value 2 and 3. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think we'll sack the Prowler and just get the Fracture going. And the reason I want to sack the Prowler is it makes our Pallbearer better. I mean, I don't have to do it either. Like, I can just do Pallbearer here. Only pumps 1, though. I don't know if I kind of want to preserve this, but this is a good draw effect for them, so I guess we won't. I'm just going to attack. I'm not going to sack for the Acrobat. And the reason is because if they want to trade their 2 guys for it, it adds another thing to my yard for the Pallbearer and gets rid of blockers from them. So they do have the Stasis Coffin. They do have to pay 2 to give themselves pro everything. That's important to keep in mind, I would think. I forget, did we must have milled our second emergency weld. They got Queen Kayla back, huh? Okay. So I can do the Pallbearer and actually pump the Acrobat. Still attack with both. I think that's probably fine. So they can give themselves pro everything. I think they have a sack outlet for that, so no big deal there. I don't think attacking with everything is what they want to do. Oh, they have the Stasis Coffin, I guess. Wait. Oh, until your next turn. Okay. So, I don't really have to attack here now, though. Because they have pro everything. I maybe would have discarded and drawn, but maybe not. Ah, there you go. So we can do this. And I guess we'll... Wonder, did I want to give that one? No, I don't think I wanted a sack there. I don't, this just kind of lets me attack with Acrobat. I don't know if it's actually like the best pump choice. If I'd pumped the Pallbearer, I would have had a 7/7 trample. They wouldn't have been able to kill it. They would have had to chump it. But now I feel like they at least have to, they have to at least block one. They really at least have to block two. Yeah, so they, I mean, this looks fine to me. So they can scry 2. All right. So I don't need to show them anything else. We'll go to game 2 here. So ended up getting flooded that game. We are running the 16. Not that it's a big deal. It ended up working out okay. We have shoot down still. Not a lot of clear targets for that. So kind of glad we're not main decking it. Otherwise, I mean, disfigures look pretty good. Well, do they? I guess they look okay. Opponent really just didn't give us much information. Let's just keep it the same for now. There is a chance actually Disfigure's not that good here, but we'll see about that. All right, this hand will keep. We've got Transmo Grant on turn 2, which is pretty good. Bushwhack, nice. So we can even find land now too. That's nice. I think we'll most likely do that and just find the land. I think that makes the most sense. We'll find another green and then we'll just play the Prowler. Can disfigure by paying 2 life and keep my transmogrant around. Or I can offer the trade. I mean, I feel kind of okay about offering the trade. Or I can just bushwhack and disfigure, keep the 3/1. We'll see if they want to block. Alright, they don't want to, which kind of indicates to me, I mean, instant speed prowess they can do too. So we'll get a green mana with bushwhack. And we'll play this, play the Prowler. See if we get another land. And we'll take the Forest. And getting Clay Revenant in yard, that's another reason this card is synergistically great for us. We have Skyfisher Spider, but I mean, I think ultimately you want to use this for something real beefy. I can blow up Stasis Coffin. I don't think I care, though. You know? Sure. Giant Growth, that's nice. So, I think we just go land, Acrobat. I guess they just block with the Ornithopter, so we'll just get him for 3. I don't want to use a Giant Growth to kill an Ornithopter. It doesn't seem worth it. All right. They're playing their flashcards on. I think they might be newer to the game. Not that I'm like judging them or anything. I'm kind of getting that. Kind of getting that feeling. So we can get in for 6 here. And I might just play the Puppeteer. Depends on how they block. Obviously, if they double block, we'll just use the Disfigure. Taking it all. All right. The Puppeteer is so strong. It's funny that it's really not even like a super optimal card for our deck. It's just, it's so strong that it doesn't even matter if it's not optimized. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Opponent seems a little bit newer. Alright. So we're at 5 lands now. We've got... They're at 8. So I disfigure the Swift Spear. See if we kill it. And we attack with everything and they should be dead. All right. See for round 2. All right. Play first. It's a keep. Got both colors. Gonna be hard to convince me to mull that one. We got the Bushwhack too. Do I just go ahead and play it on turn 1? I suppose so. We'll get our second, I forgot, we have double green, the pallbearers, no double black, right? Okay. We'll just get our second green now then. It's fine. Alright, so we'll play the second green because they know about it. We can do a turn 3 acrobat. So I've got this figure for the mine worker if I really need to. So, all right, let's just disfigure this and attack for 3. We have Gaia's Gift for protection. I have Emergency Weld, but I currently can't get anything back with it. Okay. So we have Infiltrator now. I really like that cohort. The card's good. Do I just keep beating in? Or I try and be defensive? I guess I keep beating in. They can block with cohort, I'll use the gift. I'll at least get some trample damage in. Keep my acrobat alive. Alternatively, I can emergency weld back my acrobat if I trade here. Get a 1/1 for some Skyfish or Spider. I don't think so. I'd rather just get trample damage in. If my acrobat dies later, that's fine. Because then I'll just weld it back then. Well, I have the spider. Problem is, I kind of want to keep my acrobat. I don't want to sack the... It's okay, actually, I guess. I mean... Yeah. Let's just play Transmogrant for now. Well... So I can do Spider, I can sack Acrobat, and I can kill Survivor, but then they can even use it. It's just this has first strike, so I do have to deal with that at some point. The thing is, I'd rather just sack and get my, blow up the prison sentence. Be able to get with my Acrobat again. All right, let's do that then. I just keeping the spider around for something scarier too. Spider's also another one you want to kind of just die and get back with a weld. Just keep blowing stuff up to blow up more important things. But sacking the Transmogrant here lets me blow up prison sentence, get a 3/2 and a 4/3, which is pretty good. And that way I can keep emergency weld on backup for my next use of Spider I'll inevitably need. All right, so let's do the Spider now, see if it gets countered. I can get it back if it does. So we'll sack the Transmogrant. And we're going to blow up prison sentence. And we'll get in for 7 here. Not going to sack the spider here. Sure. So, not a huge deal. We can get that back now if I really want to. All right. Ah, so now I can block with the spider and get back. So I prevent 4 damage, spider will die, I can emergency weld plus prowler next turn, get back spider. Yeah, that's probably the best, because then I can blow up that tactician. We don't want to gain the 1 life, because we don't want to exile the spider. Alright, so there's 5th land, so we'll go... I guess we can prowler first. See if we find a better target for it. I doubt we do, but... I'd rather have a 2... Well, we're probably going to end up sacking the prowler, so I'll just take the land. That way we can cast the pallbearer next turn. We'll do the weld. We'll get back the spider over the puppeteer. And then pass. So that way we can play spider. I have to take quite a bit of damage here, I suppose, but ultimately it's probably worth it. Yeah, I don't want to trade any of those, so that's all right. All right. So we'll go land, spider, sack the prowler, blow up the tactician. Let's see. They attack with everything. We're going to take 4, kill 2 things. And then somehow we're going to have to not die, huh? If I attack with Infiltrator, they just take 4. And then we block 2 things and we take 5. Maybe it is okay to attack here. Let's see. They attack back. We take 5. I mean, if they have a pump spell, I feel like we're dead anyway, so I might as well just get in. Kind of go for broke. Oh, maybe I needed to giant growth there. Because now... Well, yeah. Maybe I needed that extra damage. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're gonna kill them because they attacked with everything. They probably wanted to leave 1 back there, ultimately. All right. So they have a bunch of... So it's like a... Kind of like a soldier deck. A lot of soldier creators. Or a sack deck, so... Like I was saying during draft, you know... Prison Sentence, much less scary against us. Lay Down Arms is good against us, because... that exiles. Mass Production is just pretty good. And Tactician's great. So we have outs for Tactician, but probably I'll have to find a way to fight it, or yeah, not many other ways to deal with it, huh? Is Disfigure good? Well, not especially, based on what we've seen. It's okay. Could do the Confrontation instead. Might give us more ways to deal with their 3/4 than a Disfigure. All right. I might be okay with that. I guess. I'll still need a 3-power dude, though, won't I? Well, yeah, that's doable, though. Shoot down. Artifact, enchantment, creature with flying. Blow up Prison Sentence, Rock. Mine Worker. Elsewhere Flask. Ugh. Not really feeling it. Blowing up Prison Sentence, I guess, is pretty good. The Rock is going to come down and block something, so I don't know about that one. All right. I can't ultimately make a decision here, so I have to assume Disfigure is still kind of good. I'd be surprised if it was terrible against all of their deck. This hand, this is just a perfect example of why Bushwhack is such a powerful card. This hand would not be keepable without Bushwhack. And Prowler and Well just work really well together too. All right, well, Disfigure's looking nice. Let's just do the Prowler here for now. And we'll get back I guess a black, so we'll have 2 green, 2 black. All right, I'm all right with that. We don't have to Disfigure yet. We'll play the Swamp they know about, get in for 1, and drop a Acrobat. Best use of mana. The next turn we can even Clay Revenant plus Disfigure. Wow. All right, Infiltrator's obviously good. Let's just go land and Infiltrator. Attack with Acrobat. No sacks. And keep up Disfigure. I think if they attack with Air Marshal, I probably Disfigure the Survivor. It makes more sense because the 1-power first strike kind of keeping us at bay. Copy of an artifact or creature you control. So are they going to copy the... Oh, they're probably going to copy the Survivor. But I can just Power Stone, Fracture... So that's fine. So I guess I can... Yeah. Sack the Prowler. And we'll get in for 6 here. We have the weld, so we can get back whatever we need. And I might just be playing Pallbearer next turn, so we'll see what they play before I decide to get back the Revenant or not. Alright, so that gets exiled. We'll get the Revenant back now. Alright, then we'll go land. I probably just play the Pallbearer. I miss out on value. I don't really care, though. We just get a 5/5. Sure. Our Clay Revenant holds down the fort pretty effectively here. So they're actually dead to Giant Growth next turn, too. Oh, I guess. Forgot. Clay Revenant Intercept, though. It's probably better anyway that they would attack with everything. Ooh. Alright, so they should be dead, I think. Yeah, so... do this, fight there. All right. See you for round 3. All right, round 3, we'll keep this. Don't necessarily need to use the Bushwhack here. Not yet. Maybe next turn will be a... Oh, playing the mirror match here. All right. Wow, like total mirror match. So we'll take the... That's funny. Like middle of the same cards. That's funny. All right. Let's do the Acrobat and get in for 1. So I guess I can trade my Acrobat for the Prowler because I have the Weld, I guess, to get it back. Not super sexy, but gotta do what you gotta do. So for 3, 4, 6 mana, they can make a 3/3 every turn. That's pretty good. I don't even have a main deck way to blow up Transmogran Altar. I don't think. I was gonna trade anyway, so now I'm definitely trading. Alright. So we can do the weld. Let's get back the acrobat. I'm not in love with it. I mean, it's not bad, it's just not great either. Let's do the Revenant and just play it, I guess. I mean, at this point, welding the pallbearer, if they have an answer for it, kind of makes more sense, I guess. Oh yeah, we have this spider, our own spider, to blow up their altar. I guess that's not bad. This is just bizarre. We're running like the same exact deck with like rares that don't even really belong in there. That's strange. All right, giant growth. So let's do the pallbearer. And pass. Sure. That's interesting. So, oh, probably giant growth. All right. If it's giant growth, I'll take it. All right, so that's really good, actually. I think I'm just gonna bushwhack the double striker. Oh, we have the emergency weld, so not like that big of a deal. Puppeteer. All right, so 7 mana. We don't have enough to weld plus replay the pallbearer. So I think we just attack. They have 2 spiders, though. Oh, man. That's way better than what we got, huh? All right, we'll attack with pallbearer here. I don't think they want to double block anyway. If they do, it's better for us, though. All right, good. We'll giant growth. So we still end up trading. All right. I'll have to live with that. All right, and then we'll go. So they gain the 5 life. So we'll go weld, get back, pallbearer. We'll play puppeteer. Pass. That way we at least have pallbearer plus bushwhack, which is pretty good. Another giant growth. So here we can do the pallbearer. Get in for 9. All right, can't protect it. Uh-oh. Got their own pallbearer. Tough one now. Well, if we can figure out how to draw cards at some point, we're probably in good shape. Do I have another emergency weld, or did I already use them both? I still have one left. The clay revenant back too. So here we probably just smash for 4. And this skin's probably gonna pump for a lot. Let's play this. And I think we have looting, so I could probably just play a land. I mean, potentially lethal here. If they, yeah. We could potentially kill them here. Alright, that's pretty sweet. Kind of lucked out. It's also kind of why giant growth is so good, though. Hard to do the additional math there and think about the 3 extra damage and where it's coming from. So we can do shoot down and we can blow up the altar, or maybe equally importantly, we can blow up the Revenant, which is kind of good. Those are, I guess he can blow up a Dragon Engine too. Maybe they have more. Ultimately, I think it's worth it. So do I want the Disfigures? Not especially now, but we definitely want the shoot down. Recluse is still going to be pretty good, I guess. You can get rid of stuff in their graveyard. Making them discard's not as good as exiling. So I might dump a Disfigure. I still like the Guy's Gift. It's good to have. Yeah, blowing up Altar or Revenant both seems pretty good, I guess. Disfigure's still okay, so I can probably keep one around. Bushwhack is obviously just an important card in a vacuum. We've never drawn our Thraxodemon, interestingly enough. They have 2 of the spiders, which is kind of scary. Oh, Locust is good. Yeah, Locust is good. I could see cutting Disfigure. I mean, Disfigure is a fine card in a vacuum. Against our opponent, not really what we want to do. I mean, killing Steelseeker is good. But everything else is that they played is pretty much like, killing Dragon Engine's pretty good too. Could run a Locust over an Acrobat. It's not like I've really been sacking a lot to the Acrobat anyway. I don't know. Exiling stuff from our opponent's graveyard does seem pretty good. Like getting rid of a spider. I mean, I'm assuming they have Emergency Weld in there too, but they may not. I don't love this hand, but I'm going to keep it. On the draw. It's not great, but we're on the draw. We have enough lands to do stuff for a while. We're playing 16 lands, so it's like, you know, slightly lower chance that we draw lands, which could end up being relevant as well. They have self-mill, so Locust, you know, I feel like at least has a decent chance of hitting a creature if they self-mill. Shoot down, well, not a land, so I would call it a good draw. Paying 4 mana to deal with a Clay Revenant's not the sexiest thing I've ever done. If I do end up doing that. Alright, well, good news is we can shoot that down. I think we'll just drop the Locust. We'll exile their Evolving Wilds. So that's a 1/4. Let's just, I think we'll just blow up the altar now. I don't want to deal with it. And once again, the nice thing about Emergency Weld is getting back to Pallbearer is pretty good. They milled 2 creatures there. So they can pay 3 to make us lose 2 life. It's not bad. Ah, Spider. Well, have some options. Oh. Well. Okay. Yeah, so now we just weld. Yeah, this actually is pretty good. I think this is kind of everything we could ask for there, so. So next turn we probably just do the Pallbearer for no huge value, but sure. Oh, that's a good draw. So let's do Pallbearer. Get our 5/5. Sure. Oh, wow. So I don't even have to necessarily use Spider to blow up the Baloth, because with this figure they can't even kill the Pallbearer. They could double block only here. That's probably the smartest block. We still don't end up losing our dude. And basically we just trade a Disfigure. This isn't that bad. We end up trading a Disfigure for a Baloth, which I'm kind of okay with, I guess. Alright, so their last card was a Disfigure too. It ends up not being that big of a deal. I think at this point we just... I think we just blow up the Butcher. Kind of makes them top deck. I could wait too, but I'm kind of okay with this. Do like that Butcher. Oh, they're bringing something back here. Let's see if they got the weld or if they have the hard res. So we have our... Still have another emergency weld in here too. Sure. Well, they can't recast it. That's nice. Oh. It's also very nice. So, weld back Pallbearer, play it. Alright. Sounds good. So I think we'll, if they double blocked, I'd just kill the token. That's not the block I was expecting. They just want to prevent some damage, I guess. All right. I mean, they're ripping pretty good. We're ripping not bad either. Do I just want to trade? Yeah, because I got to get by this obstinate bailout, so I think we'll trade. And we still have an emergency weld left, right? No, we don't. Do I have any other way to get that back? No, but we have another pallbearer. So I think I'd rather... Well... I can't decide. I should probably gain the life, I guess. I don't have another means to get it back, so I think that makes sense. And they may not block here. I mean, at this point, I don't care if they do or don't. Thraxodemon would look pretty nasty here with Puppeteer. All right, good rip. So I guess Puppeteer wouldn't have been a way to get the spider back, so it's not that big of a deal. $20 cards left. All right. Oh, so rip 3 spells and lose my Thraxodemon? Sad. So would you have any other ways to draw cards rather? Not that I see. Nice one. All right, land go. All right, looks like opponent is winning the top deck battle at this point, unfortunately for us. We had a shot there for a sec, but a couple land draws and then the self-mill, the 3 spells that would have been good. Thraxodemon finally would have seen it, and it had a really good chance of completely game flipping here. Yeah, with Puppeteer out and Revenant, we had the full combo. All right, so block like this because Puppeteer is not going to do anything for us anymore. Other than get back Thraxodemon, which I guess is what we want anyway, so. Because, yeah, they're at 21 life, so yeah, we'll do the Demon here, and then we'll do Revenant. Alright, so. Yeah, I think we just play Revenant, sack it right away. Well, I guess. Yeah, because chumping the pallbearer, it's got trample, so you can't really chump it and sack. That's not going to work. We just need to find an answer for that pallbearer. All right, our own pallbearer is still good as it turns out, so can do pallbearer, smash for 7, but they would just block with a play Revenant. Do I have another flyer in here? I guess is another question. We still have one Acrobat left. I don't know if I need to wait on Pallbearer until then, though. I think we just get this down. They're just going to chump with Revenant, but I don't really care. I mean, we definitely can still bring this back because we at least have the card draw engine now. And we have 14 cards to go through. We're going to trade if they attack with Pallbearer. I'm kind of surprised they didn't. Oh, guys, gift. Well, now I'm glad I didn't trade. All right, we'll go land, Revenant. Play it. And sack it. Infiltrator, cool. So let's attack with Pallbearer here. And we'll gift. Now we at least have an engine going here. Butcher's just free tap Lucio. That's pretty good. All right. Ah, Bushwhack. That's a nice one. So let's draw our card. So we'll go land. So if I Bushwhack the Butcher, or do I Bushwhack the engine? Then we go to 4. I think we Bushwhack the engine. Because then they still don't have a good block here. I guess I can just attack here. They gotta have a decent amount of lands left in that pile of cards, right? We've got how many left in ours? We have 4 out of 10. If they're running 16, oh, that was a good draw. So they've gone through 9 lands. And they have 11 cards left. So 6 out of 11 if they're running 16. Sure. Why didn't they block the... I guess they're worried about giant growth would be my guess. I can't believe this is only game 2. Quite the grind. Nice draw. So I forgot, they have 3 spiders? Is that right? Yeah, wow. Nice. 3 spiders. Pretty incredible. So we'll go Infiltrator. Transmogrant, not bad. So they'll gain a bunch of life here too. Ah, nice one. So let's sack Revenant. I gotta be careful, I guess. I can't completely mill myself out here. I don't want to do that. So that might be my last card to draw. Let's bushwhack the Butcher here. We'll go engine. $13. So 3 of my last 4 cards are lands. Wow. In that case. Uh-oh. Probably should have kept a blocker back there. Because now they could kill us with a pallbearer. Turned out to be a dangerous play. But we ended up getting there. In the mirror match, what a grind. I really felt like we were pretty rocky there for a little we were rocky there for a little bit. But somehow persevered. What's interesting is their draws were really good I mean, I drew like 10 extra cards ultimately. So yeah, that's the funny thing. Ultimately, the Puppeteer unoptimized still won us the game because we finally got to play Thraxodemon and got the little engine going and just drew a million cards. So that worked out. All right, let's do some pack one, pick ones here. All right, pack one, pick one. What? Oh, among legendary creatures and planeswalkers control. Never mind. Probably, what, I'm a Stone Seeker? What's this one do? Oh, never mind. Siege Veteran. Wow. Really? Well, take the Siege Veteran then. Over Stone Seeker. This pack is nuts. It's got Prospector in it too. Wow. Yeah, like every card here is good, except the Mox Amber, which is kind of funny. Siege Veteran is the one I'd take, the rare. All right. Follow-up pick. Perennial Behemoth. 5 mana, 2/7. You can play lands from your graveyard. You can unearth it from 2. It's kind of cool. Weird card. I like the Engineer. I mean, works well for the self-mill plan. You can play lands from your graveyard. Works well with like, Evolving Wilds. There's maybe one other, the Demolishing Land or something. You can blow up opponents' lands, but then they still get to search lands up. I guess that could be a combo. There's nothing else crazy good here. The Arbalest Engineer is pretty good. Unless I'm missing something with Perennial Behemoth, I'd probably just take the Engineer and be happy with all the versatility you get out of this. 3 pretty solid effects. All right, pack one, pick one here. Probably the Baloth because it's monocolor and, I mean, gain 4 life. 4 mana, 4/4, gain 4 is still very good. Take that one over the Engineer, even though I like the Engineer a lot, and it does have a lot of versatility. Take the monocolor instead. All right, pack one, pick one here. Junkyard Genius is a good card. I like this. Card is sweet. This definitely could win some games. Warlord's Elite I've been really impressed with too. I haven't built the Soldiers deck yet. I like the Automaton. It's colorless. This is good. I guess it's pseudo red. You know, if you really want to play it optimized, which you probably should, because a 3 mana 3/2 haste is still definitely playable too. And then another chance at the Excavation Synergy is also Swiftfoot Boots, which is a legitimately pretty good card. Animation here. Probably take the Elite, the monocolor. I like this. I like this card. It's a good reason to be in the Soldier build. If you're paying 3 mana for a 4/4, I would say you're pretty happy. Ooh, we've got the Tactician here. Fade from History. Well, the one game I had this played against me, I lost, so I definitely think this card is legit. Just Royal Artifacts, Enchantments. They maybe, you and them maybe get a bear out of it. I would say it's at its best if you're running pretty minimum artifacts and enchantments. What's the Dissident do? 2 mana, 1/1. Wow. Dissident seems crazy good. Tactician's very good too. I'd take the Fade from History though. Just high potential card advantage out of that one. All right. Transmogrant, we can take. Sprite, I was impressed with, but Transmogrant's pretty awesome. You can get it out of your graveyard if you're in black too. If you have to pay 6 for a 4/2 that can't block, it's not great, but keep coming back as a sack outlet too is kind of nice. All right. And then Ramos Dragon Engine. 6 mana, 4/4 flyer. Whenever you cast a spell, put a counter on it for each of that spell's colors. Remove 5 counters from it. Add, wow. Yeah, this card's awesome. I don't remember what set this from. I never seen this card before, which is kind of weird. So, yeah, even if you're playing monocolor spells, you're just putting counters on it, and it's a flyer. The card's awesome. Mightstone and Weakstone is still good, even if you don't have Urza Lord Protector. So either of those. What's this dude do? 4 mana, 2/3, Soldier, first strike. Wow, that card's sweet too. It's really good. The Soldiers are really good, I think, actually, in this set. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.